officers were white, and he was the only Asian male in that room apart from his lawyer, and he felt that had a significant impact on the way that the court was able to deal with his case, and specifically he was denied bail on 2 counts. I should point out that he was arrested on his way to see his gran. So first off, obviously my thoughts are with the family and friends of Trayvon Martin. I think to lose a child is an unimaginable loss. I'm here with 2 of mine today, and I think particularly to lose your children in such tragic circumstances in a system which fails to uphold justice and actually protects the aggressor, I think it's just incomprehensible to us. The fact is, an unarmed teenager was shot dead, and the man who shot him faced no rigorous interrogation. I don't believe that if the situation was reversed and a young black man was the shooter, that he could have walked away without a minimum of meticulous collection of evidence. The truth is, he wouldn't have walked away at all. The question is, why were the police so quick to believe Zimmerman that he had to shoot the boy in self-defense? And what does that say about public perception of young black males in America? And sadly, I think this case reflects a broader atmosphere of justice, or injustice as it appears. It's a culture that's expressed in certain sections of the media, which always seeks to blame the victim rather than the perpetrator, and it sought to tar Trayvon himself and his family through a racialized discourse, and a really racist discourse. It's got to be outed for what it was. So many of the stories have been bringing in information that has got nothing to do with the fact a young unarmed man was shot dead. Nothing to do with the case. And I think there's an article by the editor of Salon who pointed out Trayvon Martin didn't have to be wearing a polo and khakis, or wearing Boy Scouts to have his rights respected, and that's the point. In today's America, the fact is there are some sections of society that live in insecurity. They're dealing with poverty, unemployment, marginalization, but also an atmosphere of hostility and hate based on your physical appearance. And that means an unjust system that reflects that. And I think I just want to bring in, obviously, a month after the Trayvon's killing, a 32-year-old Iraqi woman, Shayma Al-Wadi, was beaten to death, bludgeoned to death in an apparent hate crime. The details aren't completely clear at the moment, but what is clear is that Shayma had fled Saddam's regime, at the time a US-backed Saddam regime, and she'd come to America to start a new life of freedom and in peace with her family. But it was in America, not under Saddam's regime, that she met her brutal death. A note next to her body written calling her a terrorist and telling her to go back to her country. And even if it turns out that this case isn't the hate crime that everyone says it is, it follows the NYPD spying scandal. It follows so many incidents of discrimination, and it just points to a really corrupt system that needs further investigation, a lot deeper reform. Now, I think for Trayvon Martin, for Shayma, for all those whose ethnicity or appearance blinds others to their humanity, we have to take a stand against this culture of impunity and intolerance that this injustice actually festers. And I'm with you today for a colourblind system. I'm here to call for equality and justice, and to remember those who paid the highest price for the culture of hate that remains too pervasive. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you, my dear sister. All right, we've got probably 1 or 2 speakers left, and before we go any further, because I noticed the crowd has swelled slightly, I think we're going to take a photo opportunity, symbolic gesture.